All right, everybody, we are back. This is Free Nachos, back again with another Madden 20 franchise rebuild of the LA Rams. Last episode, I forgot to turn my mic on. I had my headset plugged in. I was getting the sound coming through and everything. The little switch that you hit to turn the mic on and off was turned to the off position, and I just found that out about 2 minutes ago. So I turned that back on, and we are rolling. We are good. It's good to be back. I haven't played Madden in probably a good 3 or 4 days. And as we sit now, we are in Season 4. And a couple episodes back, we traded our left tackle, Rob Havenstein, I believe he was like 85 or 86 overall. And we've since retooled our offensive line. So we traded our left tackle, and we also traded a backup defensive tackle to, I believe, the Eagles, and we got a first-round pick out of it. So now we have 2 first-round picks, and yeah, we're going to continue on. Here's our roster as it currently sits. This guy right here is our rookie that we've been training heavily, and we really want to unlock his hidden talent because I'm pretty sure he's an X factor. But for some reason, it keeps resetting this play 500 downs thing. He's been starting this whole season, and yet it shows that he has had made no progress in his X Factor unlock. So that's probably something the developers can fix in one of the next patches. But anyway, here we go. We are going to scout some people. As you can see right now, we have 2 first-round picks. Both of them look like they're going to be towards the end of the round, which is fine. So we're going to go all the way down here in the first round, and we're going to be scouting some of these people. This guy looks really good. D-tackle, maybe. All these guys with A's. We can look at them. Another left tackle. Center. We probably don't want to take a center in the first round. Let's move on to the early second round. See if we have any people that catch our eye. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll go ahead and play the Buccaneers. And we will see what we get. If you've been watching on YouTube, I just want to say I appreciate you all. And the last 4 episodes had my mic audio was not in there, which is my fault. But I wanted to upload them anyways. I didn't want to completely lose the gameplay because, it's not a full rebuild if some of the episodes are cut.
The coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one, between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
All right, I might be a little bit rusty. I haven't played in about 3 or 4 days. I tried forever and ever to try to recover the audio from the last couple episodes, but it turns out there was no audio because my mic was off. So hopefully we can be better from now on and move forward.
Ready. Blue lady. Check 45 to mine. Record. Let him go.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And let's face it, it's all there, not a surprise.
So Mike Evans gets
this
tattoos?
is
Why
what
does
he
Mike
does
Evans get
well.
tattoos?
If you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 64 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Let's see what you got.
On second down, Epler, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
They're moving the ball pretty
Good
well.
enough for a first.
We got to do
Second and
something here.
inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion.
Oh, yeah.
That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up
Atta way,
your guys
Davenport.
elsewhere. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
I can't believe 4 years down the line, Tampa Bay's quarterback is still Jameis.
Winston now from the 50.
Get him. Yeah, baby.
And he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Marcus Davenport drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
I really don't know how Davenport got half a sack on that one, but whatever.
We go tonight. Like 20. 54. Mike, 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the 36, Goff. Smith catches left side. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he fires one,
no.
it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll get this
figures,
one out
right?
to the 50 to the midfield stripe. In the first quarter, officials
First
setting
drive
the
of the
tone.
game,
They're gonna
throw
be
an
watching those
interception.
hands on defense.
What do they always
'Cause
say?
I am definitely
Get
rusty.
tough in the beginning and loosen up as things go on. They called one right out of the gate to let everyone know what it was going
I'm
to
upset.
be like. Holding right there.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Come on, fellas.
All
I'm
told,
already
they get
upset with
13
myself.
yards on that play.
We're back in it.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
Usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And that's the first connection, the #1 overall pick in 2015, finding the #7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll run here.
Come on, baby. Get him.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here's Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Oh, God damn it.
And
Well, they scored anyways. Who cares?
Across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent
John
a couple
Gruden's back
seconds
in the
mulling
Bucs?
over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they...
All right, no more messing around.
Now out on the field, here
I'm
comes
upset now.
Los Angeles. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance.
He's gone.
So they're up around 24. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
I knew what that look
And
was.
the Rams are
That was an
extra
overload
point away
blitz.
from tying up this football game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. So the call is made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
Come on, QB, come on. Under crush.
Out of the gun. Gone.
Oh, man, I hit B. I hit
He's going to go
B.
down. Sack back around
I guess
the
I hit
8.
it too fast.
So what do you think the mindset...
I hit it too fast. All right, come on, defense.
Ready.
Get a little 3 and out here.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After 1, a 1-point game, 7-6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is a counter play. Eckler. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here's Winston. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, but not before.
No way he got in.
What? 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about that one.
To the tight end, and let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The first down throw for Winston. Evans has it left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Barry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is.
Man, what a play.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
What a play call.
From 17 yards.
Man, Tampa Bay is giving me some problems now, aren't they?
180. Max 5-4. 65.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go.
A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
16 yards, a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
12.
From the 38, Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
I am not a perfect 6 for 6 because I threw an interception.
Reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw over the middle, taken in. And down
baby, get that first down.
Shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And
he's got it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
And the Rams
Get him.
got it. They bring him down.
I'm calling
The Rams
timeout.
going to go ahead and use the first of
force
their
them to play ball.
timeouts as they'll talk things over.
Not gonna
prior
let
to
him
this
just,
upcoming second down play.
Run out the clock.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Jameis to throw it. Escapes the sack.
Get him.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most
Davenport
offenses
get him?
have audibles and they've changed plays when they see certain sets.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring
Jameis,
pressure.
how
and
could
boy,
you
did
do
it pay
that?
off in this case.
Now we're going to be able to score again.
180. 54. Let's go.
I love it.
On first down, it's Gurley. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Goff. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Catch it.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds.
Just laying right
remaining.
on his stomach. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it.
Feeling like they're not
Go for it.
quite in
Call
field
timeout.
goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check Mike 45. Check.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll host the Washington Redskins. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And then finally, the national game on Sunday night is a good one between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return.
Absolutely. We're going to go all the way down this field and score a touchdown. Put this game out of reach. No more messing around.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's
there we go.
Especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They must have blitzed somebody there in the corner.
In the wrong direction, and leads to second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In today's football, where receivers
they're blitzing.
Tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
That's going to be complete.
I could have kept running. That's okay. Better catch the ball than to drop it.
This drive continues to plunge forward.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. But now it'll be third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because you see,
and he's going to take this
there we go.
For a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. A good,
great blocking downfield.
Capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that one a long 11-play drive. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jameis Winston and the rest of the Bucs set to begin this next drive. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Oh, get out of here.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.